Well, here we are at ISO 8000. It's that dark here. We're at 30th of a second, obviously. ISO 8000. So I don't know how good that's going to look, but we'll have a look. Well, we're here at ISO 6400. I'm hand holding the camera. There may be a bit of noise, but we'll just take a look at what she looks like. We're in early RLI Kodak format, and we're shooting at 25 frames a second. Right, we're now shooting at ISO 4000, a little bit brighter. We're still at ISO 4000. Still at ISO 4000. So here we are at, we'll just press the info button, ISO 1600. I've come to the kitchen because it's just too dark outside. I couldn't do any footage under like 6400. So I thought we'll just come into the house. And by the way, this is on a Canon 7D Mark II. And it's got AF tracking turned on. So ISO 1600, we'll see how clean that looks. Then we'll back out. I shall just up the ISO now to 3200, and then we'll up the aperture one stop. So now we're at ISO 3200. We'll come back into the source bottle again. Sorry about the bad audio, but it should be good enough. I'm stood right next to the camera, so there's no need. I'll just have a little pan down to microwave. Check the exposure. We're underexposed now, so I'm going to put the exposure up a little bit for the microwave at the bottom. I'll open the aperture up. So we're now at ISO 5000. We're showing the third of a stop under, just hang on. We're now at ISO 5000 at f4, 30th of a second obviously. We'll just put that ISO up to 6400 and we'll go down to a 5. So we're now at ISO 6400. Looking a little bit bright now, so we'll just up that aperture to, yeah, we'll go there. Right, ISO 6400, f7.1, obviously 30th of a second is the shutter speed. We'll just take a look at that, we'll have a nice zoom in. ISO 6400. We shall now put the ISO to 8000. We'll go to an f8. There you go, so we're now at ISO 8000, which should look pretty damn crap. Just have a little look down the kitchen. Right, exposure spot on now, centred in the meter. ISO 8000, f8, 30th of a second. I will say when I was outside videoing the cars, I've got my 24-70 f2.8 on. If I'd have gone out with a 50mm 1.4, instead of shooting at 6400, I could have been at ISO 1600, and that's where these fast primes come in. But obviously this video is just to show you the noise. So obviously I wanted to go up on the ISO, so even if I'd have had the prime, I would have gladly gone up to 6400. So there you go, so we're at ISO 8000, let's up the ISO to, we'll go to 1000, or 10,000 in it, should I say, let me get it right. ISO 10,000, zoom back into the bottle. ISO 10,000, F9, wow, absolutely spot on. We'll now go to 12,800 and I'll up that aperture to F10, so we'll just have a little look there. ISO 12,800, I'm sure it'll probably look a boatload of bananas, but we'll take a look. Then last but least we're going to go to ISO 16,000, we'll go to F11. 30th of a second in my kitchen, very dark. So this is probably going to look terrible because it is ISO 16,000. I can't tell you how it's going to look, but there you go, we'll take a look. And just before we finish, let's get some nice like 800 ISO. Right, I can just get it at ISO 800 now. I just thought we'd finish off. This is at f2.8 now at ISO 800. Obviously it is a 2.8 lens, so I can't really open any wider. Just take a look at that exposure, still spot on. Right, we'll go to the microwave down the bottom of the kitchen. And we're going to have to up the ISO a bit to 1600. What I don't like about this is, I can bring the box up on the microwave, I didn't know. Right, I'm having to move the box in the centre of the screen over the microwave. By the way, ISO 1600, because what's happening is it's not touchscreen, so it's not like the 70D. Even though it does have the same AF focus system, it's not touchscreen, so unfortunately when you want it to zoom somewhere else, let me just zoom back out now, let me try put it over the sauce bottle. I'm going to try jump to the sauce, but I'm having to use the joystick, it's absolutely pants. Bring that picture down, ISO down, and you can see, there you go, that is ISO 1250 now. And we'll leave it at that. Just thought I'd show you some ISO coming from the video, and I thought I'd show you in a real life situation where there's plenty of shadows outside, because we all know that in perfectly lit situations the ISO can look a lot better, but when you start getting deep shadows, it's when it really looks pants.